据财联社12月19日报道，消息人士称，中国多地的证监局陆续对券商提出监管要求，加强对业界公开言论的管理，尤其是券商首席经济学家、券商分析师、基金经理等对外发声。消息人士称，有券商研究所已配合并在内部发文强调，调研是观点的标准，要求分析师不要为博眼球说一些出格的话，也不要为了吸引客户符合热点而放宽标准，不可侥幸试探监管红线等等。同时规定还禁止从业人员以任何方式向客户提供上市公司调研纪要，相关纪要只能在内部的存盘或者作为撰写的调研报告的素材。有关消息令人联想到近日的两位经济学家高善文和傅鹏的言论遭大陆封杀的这个事件。大约是12月初，在深圳举行的国投证券2025年度投资策略会上，国投产业研究院院长、国投证券的首席经济学家高善文先生发表演讲，多个中国国内平台直播了高善文公开讲话。高善文将中国疫情后的社会总结3句话：生机勃勃的老年人、死气沉沉的年轻人和生无可恋的中年人。他还评估国内的生产总值在过去2-3年的时间内可能被高估10个百分点。如果我们进行3个点的纠正，那么从前10年看，中国就相对一个比较正常的国家。还有一个令人敬佩的经济学家，就是东北证券首席经济学家傅鹏先生在11月底的汇丰私人财富上海客户分享会上的演讲，提出来中国经济早在2019年前疫情出现前，中国的经济已经出现大问题了。最近几年情况不但没有改善，还进一步恶化。中国的经济问题远比表面看到的要严重，核心问题是有效消费不足，而消费能力的下降不是一个短期现象，而是一个结构性的转变。眼前最大的挑战就是中产急剧收缩，消费能力急剧收缩。傅鹏还大胆批评舆论环境，谁说不行谁就是叛徒，谁说不行谁就不爱国，谁说不行就网上攻击他。真正可怕的是，如果大家都不去讲，到关键的时间点上，会使得所有的资讯回馈形成谬论性错误，最后你会发现连决策层都会做出错误判断，那就完蛋了。到最后那个误国误民，历史会有正确评价。疑似傅鹏冲塔直指最高国家领导人，两个人的演讲大胆犀利，引起很多同行和学者的共情，所以两人的演讲在网络迅速的传播发酵。之后有消息说，两位经济学家的微信和短视频平台上的社交媒体账号均被屏蔽。那么我们目前从国投证券的官网上还能看到高善文先生的信息，猜测高善文目前还没有离职，他可能只是被警告，然后封杀社交账号。证件从业系统状态也显示高善文显示是正常，他现在目前应该是没有离开国投。但至于下一步会怎么样呢，我们也无法得知。 但是无疑呢，这个事件呢向我们揭示了宏观经济呢现在已经进入一个高度敏感的这么一个话题了。尽管高善文先生在国内遭遇到了警告和封杀账号等一系列的这个压力，但是高善文先生并没有熄火。近期有网络爆出高善文在纽约用英文做了一场非常精彩的演讲，那么等一下我们就会把这个英文演讲的这个视频放在后面，欢迎大家观看、点赞并且留言。
People around the world always wonder why China has been so slow and indecisive to stimulate the economy in the past 2 years. Besides data issues, the inherent contradictions deeply rooted in its economic management framework, which was first set up in 1994, have played a fundamental roles. A clear understanding of these contradictions may contribute to better understanding of the policy choices and constraints. Generally speaking, I think 3 issues shall be noted as following. First of all, due to various structural changes, China's economic fluctuations have generally shifted from a previously easy to hit up, difficult to cool down model before 2008 to an easy to cool down and difficult to hit up model after the global financial crisis. Therefore, before 2008, the main objective of macroeconomic management was to curb economic overheating, with the main means being monetary tightening. However, on the conditions that the economy was easy to cool down, the main objective must be to boost demand. And against this background, monetary easing is less effective and insufficient, and therefore fiscal policy has been forced to play a central role in macroeconomic management. However, due to long-standing historical reasons, China's public finance is highly fragmented, and the central government is very small, whose expenditure is even smaller than the budget deficit, accounting for roughly 14% of total government expenditure. Therefore, most of the administrative functions actually are being performed by local governments. Therefore, when counter-cyclical fiscal policies have to be executed, the central government naturally asks the local governments to do the policy. And here laid down the ground for misalignment of responsibilities and interests, paving possibly the way for the thereafter explosive growth of local government debt levels. Second, After 2008, because of sluggish growth in external demand and continuing rapid urbanization in China, real estate sector became an important driver and a key pillar for expanding aggregate demand. However, due to inherent drawbacks in the business model of property developers, and also some of the drawbacks in the regulatory regime regarding property sector, the real estate sector rapidly evolved into some quasi-financial institutions with the potential to create and expand credit. As real estate prices went up sharply, the regulatory bodies began to take measures to reduce risk exposure of the financial institutions, which forced the real estate industry to seek alternative financing channels, therefore further giving rise to a real estate-centered, highly opaque, highly frictional, and largely unregulated shadow financial system, which created significant loopholes and notable gaps in the highly unified and regulated financial system. Third, from the viewpoint of local governments, budget pressures from economic downturn, the requirements from the central government to do counter-cyclical expansion policies, and the desire of local governments to grow local economy have forced them to seek financing channels besides the more normal channel. At the same time, the rapid urbanization has created stronger demand for land, generating huge land sales revenues. Those factors combined together have spawned a shadow fiscal system centered on land transaction and land mortgage, which rapidly integrated with the real estate-centered shadow financial systems. Therefore, in China, in the years after the global financial crisis, we developed a shadow fiscal system and a shadow financial system, which lie largely beyond the monitoring and supervision of local legislature, the supervision of central government, and as I will mention below, also the supervision and monitoring of the financial market. From the viewpoint of the investors, they generally believe that the central government will ultimately bail out local governments. That's a so-called rigid payment belief, which created huge moral hazard problems and make the monitoring of financial market regarding local government debt and that of real estate sector could not work normally.
小島から歳末感謝お得マックス小島ビッグカメラカードで和音ポイントが最大30倍これはお得でしかない歳末感謝小島ックスキャンペーン
As a result, since global financial crisis, China's debt level climbed up very rapidly along an unsustainable path to already a very dangerous high level, which alarmed the policymakers and the central government, pushing them to take measures to deleverage. Here, the dilemma emerges. When the economy encounters big headwinds, if the policymakers decide to stimulate the economy, the debt level may shoot up again. If they do nothing, the economy may fall into recession and deflation. Therefore, a systematic solution to reform the shadow fiscal system and shadow financial system must be done to systematically deleverage the economy while also smoothly manage the economy. However, given that the economy now is still struggling to absorb the hangover effects of the burst of the housing bubble and to a less extent the local government fiscal crisis, the task to reform the shadow banking system and the shadow fiscal systems is apparently very daunting and must be very time-consuming. Therefore, the central government is very indecisive to choose to stimulate the economy or to regulate and reform the system now. That's all. Thank you.
那么，经济学家高善文12月这次的纽约的这场演讲，揭示了中国经济的更深层次的问题，触及了自1994年起中国经济管理架构内的固有矛盾。他直言不讳地分析了过去中国2年经济刺激政策的迟缓与忧郁背后的深层次原因，并探讨了中国面临的债务危机、房地产泡沫和地方政府的财政困境。他的演讲深刻反映了中国经济政策背后的结构性矛盾，以及这些问题如何导致当前经济的低迷和不确定性。尤其值得注意的是，这场演讲显示出中国政府和中国当局对经济真相的恐惧与压制，令人深感悲哀，并且对政府的政策失误提出了严厉的批评，提出了迫切需要改革的警告。无论是对中国经济未来的剖析，还是对当前政策的反思，都值得每一个关心中国经济、关心中国未来的人的深思。谢谢观看。